Imagine this for a moment. You're standing on the deck of a luxury cruise ship. The ocean stretches endlessly in every direction, the night sky above you glittering with stars. It feels safe, it feels magical. But what if I told you, behind the lights, the music, and the laughter, lurk some of the darkest horrors you could ever imagine? Tonight, I'll take you deep into the shadows of the sea. These are 3 disturbing true cruise ship horror stories, tales of passengers and crew who vanished, cabins that turned into nightmares, and mysteries that remain unsolved to this very day. So, are you ready to step aboard? Her name was Sarah, 26 years old. Bright, adventurous, full of life. She boarded a Caribbean cruise with a group of friends, ready for the vacation of a lifetime. The first few days were perfect: music, laughter, and endless drinks under the stars. But on the 3rd night, something terrifying happened. The next morning, Sarah was gone. Her belongings were in her cabin, her phone, her wallet, her clothes. But she had simply vanished. The cruise line checked the CCTV, and what they found only deepened the mystery. At 1:45 a.m., Sarah is seen stepping onto her balcony. She leans against the railing, staring into the dark waters. Minutes pass. She doesn't move. Then suddenly, her figure shifts, and in the blink of an eye, she's no longer there. No scream. No struggle. No sound of a splash. Just gone. The crew insisted she must have fallen. But her family argued the railing was far too high for an accidental slip. And even if she had fallen, why didn't anyone hear her? Search and rescue combed the ocean for days. No body. No trace. Just a closed file marked accidental fall. But here's the darkest part. Another passenger swore they saw a shadowy figure pulling someone from a balcony that same night. Yet, that statement mysteriously disappeared from the investigation records. Was it an accident, or something far more sinister? A young couple boarded a luxury cruise for their honeymoon. The first 2 nights were filled with romance, laughter, and joy. But on the 3rd night, the ship echoed with terror. Passengers staying near their cabin reported hearing chilling screams, screams of fear and desperation. They came directly from the couple's room. The staff rushed to the door. They knocked, again and again. No answer. The screams suddenly stopped. The room was silent. When the master key was finally used, the cabin door swung open, and the scene inside froze everyone in place. The bed sheets were soaked with blood. Furniture overturned. Signs of a violent struggle. But the couple, they were gone. No bodies. No footprints. Nothing but silence. The ship was halted. The Coast Guard was called. Investigators sealed the cabin, and yet, just hours later, passengers were told it was simply a maintenance issue. The cabin was quietly removed from the records. The official statement. The couple voluntarily disembarked at the last port. But how could that be, when passengers had heard their screams with their own ears? When blood stained the walls and floor? To this day, that cabin is rumored to be cursed. Crew members refuse to enter it alone. Some claim to hear footsteps at night, others, faint whispers and cries behind the locked door. Did the couple truly leave? Or are they still trapped, forever inside that cabin? Daniel was a young crew member. He worked the midnight cleaning shift, sweeping the decks long after the passengers went to sleep. Friendly, polite, and always smiling, Daniel was well liked. Until one night, he never returned to his cabin. CCTV captured his last known moments. Daniel is seen mopping the deck, as usual. Then, suddenly, he stops. His head tilts, his eyes fix on something the camera can't see. For several seconds, he just stares. His body tenses. Then he slowly begins to walk forward, out of the camera's frame. And then, nothing. He doesn't come back. He doesn't trigger any motion sensor. He simply vanishes. The official explanation? Daniel left the ship voluntarily. But how? His belongings were untouched in his cabin. His passport, his money, his clothes, all left behind. Passengers later reported seeing a shadowy figure wandering the deck late at night, wearing what looked like Daniel's uniform. He'd appear for just a moment, and then dissolve into the air. The cruise line never acknowledged it. But whispers spread among the crew that Daniel never left the ship, that he still walks those decks, forever stuck between the living and the dead. A cruise ship is supposed to be a place of joy, a floating paradise on the water. But these stories show us something darker, that even in the most beautiful places, horror can hide in plain sight. 3 stories, 3 mysteries, and not a single one with answers. So what do you believe? Were these accidents, murders, or something not of this world? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you dared to stay with me until the end, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more chilling tales. Until next time, I'll be waiting, right here, in the shadows of Midnight Echo.